Alrighty, most of our kind of side quests and backtracking are done for the time being, so let's keep on going. Let's go south. Oh, it's one of the assistants. He's come to help us, guys. We bet 49 Pokemon, so he's excited about it. Thank goodness we have the experience share. Now, for younger people watching, this is how the experience share used to work. You put it on a Pokemon. We're going to put it on Scrambles because Scrambles is terrible. And every Pokemon that you defeat, half the experience goes to the Pokemon that's out, and half of it goes to the Pokemon holding the item. A bit like if you were just switching them in and out. This is how it used to work. It didn't create more experience. It took the existing amount and just split it between more than one party. This is how it should always have been, and always should have been, but modern Pokemon games have to dumb it down a bit, right? Yo, cycling a Pokemon, which do you prefer? I do understand that it wants to reduce grinding, because it's not exactly something you want to do, Cyclist Axel with the Pikachu. This area is going to be pretty much flying types and electric types. It's pretty consistent. Yeah, I get that people don't want to grind constantly, but then if you don't make it at least somewhat challenging, what's the motivation to do anything? Like, there's no sense of accomplishment if you don't have to accomplish anything. It's a balancing act, I get it, but yeah, modern Pokemon games gone too far the other way. Although, honestly, the experience share isn't even the worst detractor for that. A Pokemon loves you, therefore it just can randomly survive on one hit point, or randomly make an attack miss, or randomly get a critical hit because it loves you. Not a fan of any of that. I wish you could turn it off, but you can't. It's not how the modern games work. And don't get me wrong, that's not entirely brand new to write new Pokemon right now games. That's been happening for a few years, but I still don't like it. I know, I feel like at least once every 2 or 3 episodes I'm just an old man yelling at clouds. I understand, but it's genuinely how I feel about it. Cycling feels great. It will feel even better when I beat you in a battle. Very modest of her. Yeah, it's nice that we got some of our kind of sidetrack stuff done. We're going to have an Intimidate off here. But we are still fairly underleveled, so that's something we do need to be aware of. I don't intend to do any major amount of grinding, because what's the point of playing with, a weak team if you're just going to level them up excessively to get around that problem? I would rather have to do a battle 2 or 3 times and have to think about it than just level up past the problem. So we'll try and avoid excessive grinding. Doesn't mean there'll be none of it that ever happens, but I'm not going to just keep running it through grass over and over and over and over again for an hour or 2 unless we absolutely have to. And I'm hoping this isn't going to be the most absolutely difficult run, so we shouldn't have to do that. We shall see. But yeah, look, having a Luxio down this path is very helpful. Cyclist James with a fire type, just to prove me wrong that this is an electric or a flying type. But it is a rubbish Pokemon, so we're just going to use Spark anyway. Yeah, Ponyta's pretty much all speed, and can't really do anything else with it. Which is because in terms of Pokemon that can evolve, Ponyta has pretty impressive base stats. It actually has very similar base stats to Kricketune. It's just a bit quicker. That hurt. Flame Wheel base 60 fire type attack. Pretty good move. And again, oh my lord, we're still underleveled. I can't believe we didn't kill it. Okay, well I guess we'll switch so I don't have to use a revive, and we'll just use quick attack. It doesn't have flame body, I don't think. I think it usually has run away. Oh, it wouldn't attack me anyway. Oh well, it's fine. Spread the experience around a little bit, it's okay. This still doesn't create more experience. It means we're going to have experience split between 3 different Pokemon. But it's not going to be evenly between the three. Although, look, Sugar level up, it can learn Bite. Yes, we do want to learn Bite. We're going to learn it instead of Tackle, because Tackle is rubbish. Bite won't miss unless something's used, double team or something like that. Scrambles up to level 17. Still some horrendous level ups. And yes, you can have the rest. Despite all the effort, I'm just spinning my wheels. It's always that way with me. That's just life in general. You just spin your wheels and hope something comes out of it. Let's put... Well, Grapes, you're probably going to get wrecked, but let's put you up front anyway. There we go. The both of us are on bikes, and we both have Pokemon. I can't let you get the better of me. It's a weird reason to not let me get the better of you, but sure. Bike-on-bike violence. Yeah, Grapes, this is not the battle for you. What on earth terrain is this going to count as from me? I'm going to use Nature Power once. I want to see what it uses. This is a learning experience for me. What move are we going to... Oh, Earthquake. Useful against a bird. Very, very helpful. Okay. Now that I know, let's switch. It could have been anything else. Any other move that Nature Power could use would have been better than that. But now we know. And knowing is some arbitrary percentage of the battle. Jose. Let's hope we don't keep missing. It did use Double Team. I didn't realise how many Pokemon around this area of the game know Double Team. It's never really something I've thought about. I guess this is usually a part of the game that honestly is a cakewalk. It has not been for this team, has it? Oh dear, dear. But yeah, the XP share, at least you get it pretty early in this game. There are some games where you do not get the experience share very, very late. Well, think Generation 2. You only got the experience share when you gave Mr. Pokemon the red scale from Shiny Gyarados. And that is... Well, depending on the order that you go at it... Price is what, technically, Jim? Is he 6 or 7? Does he count as before or after Jasmine? I don't remember, but it's late game. Oh, that's rude. Yeah, Endeavor knocks you down to as much health as the user. He might be able to kill me from 11 with Quick Attack, so I'm going to use Quick Attack on my own. There we go. Don't want Riolu to die. I don't want its happiness to drop even further. Thank you, Nicole. I seem to have... We haven't fallen off your bike. They didn't animate it, that's for sure. Okay, we want to... We want to keep Grapes up front? Sure. Let's keep going then. That bike you got there, it's the type that can change gears. You gotta love that. Oh, sure, I'll give you a battle. Like, those two things are not related. So, I like bikes. Battle? Thanks, John. Well, it's another flying type, so Grapes, you're saying sayonara, because you can't do diddly. And I'm running out of Pokemon to use. I should have healed some. Oh well, it's fine. Cheese can deal with this. Cheese actually outlevels these Starlies. Who'd have thought it? I'm actually pleasantly surprised how good Chingling has been. It's actually not that bad a Pokemon. Unfortunately, Chimecho, its evolution, doesn't have a huge amount of potential, but what are you going to do? Staravia I might try and put to sleep. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure this wing attack is going to hurt. Yeah, it hurt quite a lot, and we missed. Try again. Well, if it uses wing attack, we're going to faint here. I just took a gamble. Okay, finally. Third time's the charm. We're not dead, and we got them to go to sleep. That's the important thing. And we'll at least heal some of our health back. So no, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I know I ended up talking a bit about Legends Arceus. Oh, Arceus, I know. It's just, I don't like that pronunciation. I don't like it at all. Let's use Confusion just in case it wakes up. It didn't, but it's fine. Yeah. I do really, really wish there was more than one settlement. Like, main settlement. Because it really does feel like the teepees or the other huts or what equivalent they have. There's really not a huge amount going on there for the two clans. It's just that they're randomly there. It'd be nice if, you know, like the Pearl clan specialized in, I don't know, if they're going to be up in the far north of the map, maybe they specialized in, you know, selling fur coats or something like that. Just pick something arbitrary. And they could kind of use that as a trading mechanism. They'd have like a hub town that way. But no, none of that really happens. It's a shame. Again, though, it's all about target audience, right? Is an 8-year-old playing a Pokemon game for the first time going to think that way? Very, very unlikely. They're just going to think, ooh, I can catch the Pokemon. Which, don't get me wrong, actually catching the Pokemon in Legends is really fun. Yeah, it does feel a bit tech demo-y, but I still enjoyed playing it. Really did. We'll see what they do with Gen 9. A bike will carry you a long way. The only thing that limits you is your own endurance. Yeah, clearly as a British person, Sword and Shield being pretty mediocre at best, in my opinion, is extra sad, because, you know, when I heard that the Galar region was going to be based on the UK, it's like, ooh, they're going to, you know, turn all the well-known landmarks around the UK into fairly interesting things. And they did take some components, you know, they took the idea of Stonehenge, for example, and that's the grass gym. Is it Turffield? Although that feels incredibly linear and generic. That is a shocking level up. No attack or special attack. Great. Oh dear. And then, yeah, the fact that I hate DLC in games, and I know that's rich for me, you know, from me of all people, when I'm also simultaneously, you know, alongside this, I'm uploading videos of Europa Universalis 4 by, you know, which is from Paradox, which is notorious for its DLCing. I'm old, and I miss when you would spend an amount of money, whether it be, you know, £40, 60 American dollars, whatever, on a game, and you got the whole game, and the game worked when you first got the game, because they couldn't just patch in things to improve it. That's actually very annoying, that flinch. We might end up fainting here. Yeah, oh, we quitted. So we got a flinch and then quitted. That's rude. It's fine. We actually don't have a great option here, do we? Well, Scramble, let's see if you can counter this Ponyta, and whether you get stomped or flame wheeled, you should be able to do that. If we get embered, we can't, but let's see if you can counter that back. But yeah, I do miss the days when you could just... Oh my lord. Seriously? Wow! What is our luck? Can Cheese even take a flame wheel? Like, what is going on in this game? Where just random Pokemon that seem super innocuous just ruin you. Thank goodness it used Tail Whip. Because, oh my good god. We didn't take it out either. Well, okay, it used Ember, so we're fine. We're not going to die to Ember. But yeah, I miss the days when you could buy a game and you got the whole game and the game worked and you didn't have to worry about, oh, I bought a game on release and it might not work. You might not be able to download the, you know, day one patch that shouldn't need to exist anyway. Geez, you want to learn Last Resort? It is a 130 base power attack move, but it's physical and you can only use it when you've used every other move. So we're not going to learn it, but it's fun. It's a fun move, just not a good move, not for us. That Shinx. Will it no bite? I don't know, so we're just going to try and deal with it now. But yeah, nowadays it's like you buy a game. Yeah, it did no bite. Well, that's sad because that's going to cost us some happiness. You buy a game and there seems to be like a 50-50 whether it's going to work properly as intended. And I mean, you know, without bugs, without accidental glitches or exploits or things like that. And then some games, like the updates, either get delayed massively to make the game worth buying, or they sometimes don't even come at all. Like some games can't even get patched on certain consoles. And you shouldn't have to worry about any of that when you're buying a game, right? You should just know that when you get it, that it at least will be functional. You can't necessarily guarantee it's going to be, your favorite thing ever, because is a game good is usually very, very subjective. But you should, whether a game will work or not should not be something that a person has to doubt. But that's where we're at now. And that's why you get people like me uploading old games like this. If you beat me, you can count on something rotten coming your way. Yeah, because at least I can say, hey, Pokemon Platinum worked when it came out. And it was just as good as I was hoping it was going to be. And that's not nostalgia. I was very happy at the time. We're going to make use of the fact that Earthquake here is going to be the Nature Powers move of choice. What is with all the crits? What is on this road that's causing all these critical hits? That's mad. We're getting critted for days. Like, mad crits. If we... Okay. Just as long as we don't miss, that double team's going to be fine. Yeah, I mean, like I said, very first episode, Pokemon Platinum, I ended up buying 2 copies of this game. Because I was so excited to get it that I ended up buying it before the European release, because this is back from the time when, different areas of the world had different release dates. Remember that? Global releases are not actually that old. Like, that didn't used to happen. For a lot of games, that was not a thing. Crazy to think, but yeah, was not a thing. Yeah, they say just the generic thing. What's a bicycle? Without this, you need to have a flag. It's just an accessory for the fashion part of the game that we do not particularly care about. Let's grab these berries. Raspberry, do you want to pick it? You better believe it. I'm going to pick his friend over there too. But at this point in time, and just for context on date, today is the 1st of May, so quite a backlog, because I'm in that time. I said during May I should be fairly quiet at work, not too bad. It could really go to hell in a handbasket later in the summer, so I'm trying to make hay while the sun shines. Yeah, I'm trying to get a bit ahead, and with it being the 1st of May, I've been watching, for example, Quill18 play Galactic Civilizations 4. Another strategy-based game. Maybe that'll be something that'll come on this channel down the line. I don't know, I've got no plans for it. But it's an Epic exclusive right now, and it probably will be for like a year. I'm sure Epic paid them big bucks to make it exclusive. That's not really the point of my story, though. The point of it, though, is that it's the 4th game in that franchise. So you would think, by that point, that the company would get the games down pat in such a way that it'll actually, work properly on launch. And yes, the game is functional, but a lot of the UI things are very, very lacking. Like, a lot of text boxes will just be cut off. If you say a certain greeting to a faction that you can't translate yet, it'll still let you trade with them for some reason. Like, it just doesn't make any odd sense. But, like, those are things that you would expect to have had ironed out before people paid money for it. But that's just not the way the games industry works anymore. And like I said, I'm sure I'm just an old man, but it makes me sad. It makes me very, very sad. No, we'll put grapes up front. So, yes, we get to go under the bridge. So we've completed the bridge. Oh, that's not the Pokemon I wanted to see under the bridge. Because I bet we don't outspeed it. And because we are now on the grass underneath the bridge, this is going to be Seed Bomb on Nature Power, right? So let's send in Luxio just as a, caution, I guess. Yeah, if you are the type of person that likes strategy games, I guess I should tidy it up. So, Galactic Civilizations, it's kind of a halfway house between Stellaris, which is a Paradox game, and like Civ-ish. It's something in the middle. But yeah, it's a turn-based 4X game. I have played Gal Civ 3 a little bit. It's pretty fun. But honestly, if you're looking for space games, you really can't beat Master Orion 2, which is about as old as me, frankly. And it's available on Good Old Games. Super duper cheap. It holds up really, really well. The only thing that doesn't really hold up really, really well is the soundtrack, and that's not because the soundtrack is bad. It's because the Good Old Games version just has bugs with the sound. This is odd. I heard there were 2 caves on Route 206, but I can only find 1 entrance. Funny that you say that, matey, because we will be dealing with that in a little bit. It's the one time where using Flash is potentially useful, and given every single Pokemon other than 1 on our team can learn Flash, we're going to learn Flash. Really, the only question is which Pokemon can we accept that we, can get rid of a move for it. And we're just going to put it on Scramble, because Scramble's move pool right now. In the future, its move pool is going to be fantastic. But right now, it is absolute turd. So we're just going to get rid of Charm. Because Charm and Counter are somewhat an anti-combo. It doesn't really work. So we'll get Flash. Just going to do that now so I don't forget. So I don't remember if it's this segment of the road. Not yet. Further up then, we'll grab these raw berries instead. But yeah, there is a hidden entrance. We'll probably go the other way first before we go the hidden entrance anyway. We'll show kind of the regular thing you would do down here. Repel running out's fine. Super Repel. Hooray! When we can buy Super Repels on the regular next time at Pokemart, that is definitely what I'm going to do. Twice as much length of time that it lasts for. Doubles the length of time means you have to go through the menu far, far less often. I guess we'll just be trading in Maple again, just to protect grapes from getting burst. But yeah, Master Orion 2, fantastic game. Really aged pretty well. Fairly simplistic by modern strategy game standards, but it's a space game that actually oh, are you kidding me? Critted and burned. What is the luck down this route? Yikes. That is unbelievable. Thank goodness Luxio is not a happiness evolution, because we are taking a tower. I guess we'll bring in Riolu just to clean up here. Yeah, not the most complex strategy games now, but it actually feels like you're in space when you play it. And space games, I think they're going to have a harder time than, say, Civilization when it deals with historical events, because you have some context for it. When it comes to space, it's all really imaginary, right? It's all fantasy. So you don't have the same grounding to work with, so you do have to put in some more effort to make it feel authentic. Whoa, you startled me. Well, we may as well battle. Yeah, you go for it. But yeah, Master Orion 2, it feels like you're there in space and that space is scary. Alpha Centauri does the same thing, where it feels like you're actually in an alien place and bad things can happen. I know I've probably spent like 15 minutes on a Pokemon game not talking about Pokemon, but no, the strategy game industry, or genre I guess I should say, does have some really interesting games in it. There's a lot of interesting stuff. Many of which will be played by YouTubers that are far better at them than I am. But yeah, there's a lot of good games. It's just a shame that most of them seem to either come out now incomplete or broken. It's a shame. And then the other side of the coin, you get franchises where it feels like they're just making the same game every year. And don't get me wrong, I was a person in the 2000s that would buy, like, the new FIFA game every year. And, like, PGA Tour Golf. I would. But the quality's just not there anymore. They're just not doing anything new. I'm not, now that I'm an adult and it's my own money and not my parents', I'm not gonna burn my own cash. Your power startles me. We hikers are big-hearted guys. Losing doesn't bother us. Okay, bud. Put it this way, the odds of me playing like FIFA on the channel is not massive. Although it may be one of those videos in the future that I do where it's not like a video series, but a, you know, what went wrong, what happened kind of video. Because the Mario Golf one, where I talk about Mario Golf and kind of how as a franchise it's moved and the issues with the Switch version, actually surprisingly popular. I just did it as a one-off because I was like, hey, you know, I'm curious what's happened. Let's see what updates they've done over time. And I thought I'd make a video about it just to express my kind of informed but fairly raw opinions and thoughts. And people seem to quite like it. Or at least people are watching it. Which I appreciate. I do. I very much do. Anytime anybody, you know, watches or, you know, gives any type of feedback, honestly, unless it's super, super rude, and I've not had really any of that, it has to be said. Like, back when you were a teenager, you could really deal with some properly toxic scenarios, but there's some awesome people on YouTube. The community, by and large, is really, really nice. Might as well take out this Geodude. This might be a one-shot with Seed Bomb. No, it's not. How pathetic. Oh, God. Why do I say words? Why do I speak? Oh, well, Happily at least I'll get experience off that. All 93 of it. Oh, mamma mia. Anyway, let's go into this cave. Might as well. This is going to be the one of the two entries, so let's get cracking. Thank you for watching the video.